Right, we're gonna start by getting some PvP ships, and so I'm gonna take this ship up to our new temp home, and then I'm pretty sure that my death clone is down. Where is my home station? Yeah, it's where I need it to be. God. Goons totally bought this station. Or is it Goons that owns it now, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But whoever painted this must have gone to the clearance section for their buckets of paint, because oh my god, that shit is ugly. I'm just saying. Ugly.
Warp drive active.
It's beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's the Miami Vice Keep Start. That is Miami Vice colors. I will give it that. That is totally Miami Vice colors. Yeah, totally.
Warp drive active.
The whole theme is Miami Vice. Okay. Okay. There we go then. It's... Yeah, let's see. Test my Miami Vice knowledge here. Tubbs and Crockett. Were those the two detectives? Tubbs and Crockett, I think. You know, I haven't watched an episode of Miami Vice since, like, I don't know, 30 years ago. But that's what that's what I think their names were. Okay, so now we're gonna jump out of this ship. And my party goons, so I have characters in Imperium and I have characters in Horde. 5-0, yeah. So all right, so home station down here. We're gonna self-destruct. Oh wait, do I have any implants in? I do. CPU management 1. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. All right, here I am. So, I have one ratting ship here. Actually, I have 4 ratting ships here. Right, I don't have a carrier. So I'm gonna take... I'm gonna take one of the big ships up. want to see what route this suggests, because I think it's going to be the wrong route. There ain't no route at all. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, that's going to be the wrong route. Okay. That's why I wanted to look. So... oh, I have a skin for this too, I think. Yeah. Yeah, let me first right, so this should be a different route. It's messing up. All right, so there it is. Yeah, see, it's taken me all the way up here. Isn't that wild? Yeah, there's something wrong with the map, the old map. All right. We're going to load up another character here that has a skin for this, I think. We're going to make this look good. I love my Hyperion. Oh, that's right. I have a really special skin for this. And here, I don't want to load it up on that. I want to load it up on a different profile. I have a very special skin for this character. And it was hellaciously expensive.
Connecting.
It is. So I bought some of these skins from the last Plex sale. And so I do have one here that I could give this guy. Not a bad looking skin. It's from the last Plex sale, which is over. And by the way, for those of you watching live, today's the last day of the Gallente packs that we have in our store. That they have components for making skins, if you're into that. So there's that, and then there is this, and this is, oops, I didn't mean to do that. This is the Gallente Victory, and it doesn't go to just one ship. It goes to all of these. And so it's a pretty interesting one. This was given out as a reward for the games. Let's see here. Gallente Victory. See, look at that. That looks pretty cool. So, anyway, I don't know how much that cost me. I don't remember, but it was a lot. Probably in this range. So let me take my skins here. And so this doesn't have one for the Hyperion, unfortunately, but it does for a couple of the others that I use on that character, and that character is undoubtedly Gallente. So Okay, so we took a look at this one. And so I'm going to give him one of these. And then I am not a fan of the spirit stuff. It doesn't look too bad on this ship, but overall I'm not a fan. So, and this one, Valamar, it's really kind of dull. I mean, if I'm trying to be stealthy or something, but in this game you're not really stealthy. It's not really a thing. Serpentis, again, not very interesting. I'd probably never use it. I don't even know what it's worth. What is it worth? It doesn't even have a price. It's probably because there's so few that are sold on the market. Is that for the last year? Wow, that's for the last year. So there've been like 10 of them sold in the last year. It just means that they're not very interesting. And then this one here, this one's really good. So this one's another beauty. So I'll give him a copy of this too. And then I wonder, you can't search by race or whatever. So that's too bad, because I'm like thinking, okay, well, while I'm here sending him some ship skins, you know, what other ships does he fly? And so, you know, Paladin, Avalanche, Basilisk, Thorax, which he already has that one. Monitor, Onerous, Safeguard, Skin. You might already have this one. But I got a ton of them, so I'll send that one over to Guardian. Oh, this is an Amar ship. Okay. Yeah. Just didn't remember that. Okay. Megathron, Federal Police. It's probably a pretty expensive skin here. $1 billion each. The Gallente Victory one also, I don't use a Megathron very often, so I'd rather just sell that. Praxis, he does fly Praxis. Dominic's Navy issue. Beautiful looking skin. Does this one do the Dominic's Navy issue? It does. So, how much are these worth? 631 million. Yeah, I guess I'll just, I'm not gonna, so a little bit of these, you know, I'm not gonna just go all out, you know. So the Brutix, the problem with the Brutix is I don't really fly it. This is a beautiful looking skin, but I don't really fly it all that often. So Vindicator. So this would be a ship that he would potentially fly. But I think that I would wait on this one for if I'm actually taking it out and flying it. He would fly it, but he's not, you know. Okay, this, he is training into this, so yes, let's give him one of these. It's a cheaper skin. Golem, Ishtar, Dragon. I wonder, what does he have for the Ishtar? Bet he has something. This is an Ishtar. He has Blaze and Halcyon Dawn. And this is Ishtar Dragon. Stick with the Blaze for now. Kronos. I think he has one of these already. This is like almost as ugly as that station we were at. I'm gonna give it to him. Ishtar Federal, Nurgle, Alligator, Nightmare, Megathron, Gilded. I don't fly the Megathron very often. God, isn't that beautiful? I just don't fly it very often. I haven't found a good reason to. Deluge, Balgorn, Moros Navy issue. Now, I've talked about putting him into one of these. We'll hold off on that for when he gets a ship, because that's got to be over. Well, oh, 379,000 million is it? That's it, huh? Oh wait. Gnosis Capsuleer. I do fly Gnosis with him sometimes too, but that's not a very interesting skin. But I have 300 of them, so we'll give him one anyway. Flask, Dominic's Ruby, which these, oh, they're going for cheap. They're going for real cheap. Drake Navy issues, Irene Byrne. Oh no, he's not a Drake. Owners, Federal Police, Hyperion. We already got that one in. Revelation. Revelation's a big ship. Gotta go to my MR characters, not him. I have a ton of skins. And what I should do is when I get down here, I wish that I could just say, okay, show me, show me the stuff that's for Gallente. I have this one for it, which I think looks better. EOS. Are these 52 million? All right, that's nice and cheap. Hand him that. I actually could see him using an EOS in a lot of circumstances. So Rick's Navy issue. I think I already have one of these for him. I have so many skins. Chronos Kali Neon. This is another one of those skins that I look at it and go, my God, this is ugly. You know? It just doesn't do it for me. So here's a couple of Vexor skins. Headhunter. I fly a Vexor on this guy occasionally. Well, he also has all of the Triglov. Oh, is he? He's not up at the hub anymore. I gotta remember to buy a skill book for him so he can train into the Barbagoa, or however you say it. So, okay, these do have some worth, but it's pretty low. Which makes it real easy to just give him one, doesn't it? Babaroga? Alright. Yeah, sounds like a meal you'd order at a certain kind of restaurant. I'd like a Barbaroga, please. Old lady with horns? Oh. Yes, okay. Why I keep thinking Revelation is Gallente whenever I see the name. Myrmidon Gallnet. Pretty pink. Are these like really cheap? 4.35 million. I guess a bunch of people have got them. Yep. All right. Let's give them that one too then. It's not very expensive. It's something that I would fly. Myrmidon Aurora. I'm gonna end up giving him a bunch of stuff here. Old Yugoslavian. Getting down to the bottom of the barrel here on value. So we're going to get into the stuff that doesn't have a value. And that's where some really expensive ones might be. Right, so here we are into the no value. So Zealot Heart Surge doesn't mean it doesn't have value, because it does. It's just there's not a lot of them that sell. We're gonna have a whole lot of these that don't have values, but it's a few. Nyazu Federal. He's gonna be flying one of these. I don't know if I want to spend a police skin like that on it, though. What is this is the real value of it, 300 and something. You know, somebody's asking 2.79 billion, and a few of them have sold. You know, but not very many. So this is what, like 10 of them in the last year? It's not many. Not a very popular skin. Got him a different skin for that anyway, that I like looking at a little bit better. So maybe I just leave it at that. I do plan to eventually put him into a Titan, and, you know, but I also plan this same Titan for one of my other characters, and maybe I'll give him the police skin for that. So there are a lot of skins available for it. All right, and that's it. Unless I'm going to fly an Algos, which I'm not. So this is everything that I'm going to send him. He doesn't need the alcohol. So create contract, and then drag his name into here, hit next, all of those, okay, next, finish, yes, create contract, okay, and then we accept the contract. And then I will do a search here for skin. Should come up with Jita. Yep. And you can remotely apply these. You may not realize this, but so here's these. And so this is one of the things you can remotely apply. So I'm going to try and activate all these. It's going to tell me probably that some of them are already, they already have. One or more of the skins you were trying to activate couldn't be activated. Okay, that's fine. Do I have to do them all separate then? Did it not work? Is that what it's telling me? That's what it's telling me. Gosh darn it. Okay. Skin already licensed. Okay. So it did. Okay. So this one right here, skin. This is a really expensive one. I paid like 8 billion for this. Skin already licensed. Okay. So it did apply these, but it's just not updating yet. Okay. Got it. Yep, there it is. One of the winners of one of the tournaments decided to put it up for sale, and now I got it. Right, so I'm going to assume that these others were done too. It just didn't update yet. All right, so we're going to take this turned into a let's look at skins episode, didn't it? All right, look at that beauty. That looks threatening, right? Yeah. So I think with this character, I'm going to end up doing just some death runs to get the bigger ships here, which is this one, and maybe the British Navy issue. The other ones are smaller and might be better to just transport them in a carrier. Oh, that reminds me. Now, do I have any money? Let's see. Do I have any money on this character? I have 13.5 billion on this character. Let's look at contracts to see if anybody's fire selling anything. Current region. Let's see. Buy, sell. Availability, public. There is fire sale. So, folks, if you can afford it when there's moves like this, people sell shit cheaper. And now, who knows if it really is cheaper. A Bane. What is a Bane? Oh. People do sell stuff cheaper, and so because they don't want to move it, and so they may discount it by 20%, because if you asset safety it, it's going to cost you 20% to get it out, and then you still have to do something with it. And so oh, a Moros Navy issue. Well, now shit, that's exactly one of the ships that I was looking for. Holy cow. Okay. Darn it, I did not expect this. This says 7.7 billion, and they want 10 billion? There must be some other shit in there that's worth something. I mean, this is set up for what looks like fleet type stuff. So I'm Mastery 3 on this right now. I feel like this may not be really worth this much. And we can find out though. So you can take everything that's in here, copy it, and then go over here to like Eve Workbench, or there's some other applications that do this, and ask it to appraise. And it says the item's buy is 5.43 billion and the sell is 2.66. All right, so that's because it doesn't have a price probably for the whole. It doesn't have a price for the whole. Okay, so Moros Navy issue whole. Is there any price history? No, I'd have to look in a different market or something. Actually, we can do it back over here and market browser. Just the Moros Navy issue. And that one's 6.2 billion in Lone Trek and 8.4 billion. So the 8 billion sounds a lot more legit. And they're wanting 9 billion for all of this, and all that other stuff in there is basically a 2.6 billion worth of other stuff in here. Really? 2.6 billion? Must be these. Let's see what oh, the siege module alone is 200 billion. Or 200 million. Oh, and the guns, 1.5 billion. So, you know what? This might not be a bad deal. And so this ship has something about it that it has a bay in it that is for carrying fitted ships. And I believe it's 1 million or 1.1 million cubic meters. So you can do like 3 battleships, and you know, or a bunch of smaller ships. That's very interesting on that one. All of a sudden, the fire sale idea, you know, I'm looking at this going, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know, so there all of a sudden is some nice shit out here that's available. Wow, what is all of this? Wow, that's their whole hangar. Oh my God. Well, then let's look at their whole hangar here. And they're asking 3.5 billion. And buffoons. They want 3.5 billion. The JITA price on this is 378 million. Is that because there's a lot of, so there's a Zeugma in here, which is, it's not, this created is worth a lot. The blueprint is not worth as much as you might think. It's worth like 20-30 million. Bruce Sancho Mega Quad Laser blueprint. I'm looking for what they think is worth the extra 3.2 billion. Because obviously they think something else in here is worth another 3.2 billion. And so far, I don't see it. Because like these right here, it still takes you resources to make those. I mean, do we have like a Titan BPC in here or something? That could potentially make it worth it. Nope. Wow. They are so far off, I feel. Yeah, I feel like they're really far off. Highest price first. 12 billion. Materials, fire sale. 11 billion on. What was this again? Oh yeah, Bane. This one right here. That one has my interest. That one might be... That one... I think it's a good deal.
Oh, nice. Dragons love gold, treasure, and of course, dollar bills.
Gosendar.
Showsinder just cheered 500 bits.
Thank you, buddy, for that. How about 5,000 gold to everybody here? In your honor. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I have to think about that one for a minute. That might actually be a good price. Like a decent price. Like it saves probably like 10% or something like that. It's not a huge break, but it's something. So, and it's down here. It'll help me transport my ships. Because I need to do that anyway. So, very, very interesting. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, see you in the next episode. Those of you on Twitch, don't go anywhere.